So what do we got going here? We got anything going here? I am not a computer person, all right? I am a real human being who's caught up in this jive-ass game where the computer does whatever it wants to do whenever it wants to do it because somebody's pulling the string somewhere, I guess. The hell, I don't know. What I do know is I've got 10 years of chasing this case of treason, trying to get it off the books. Can't get an attorney from anywhere. Keep writing letters and documents substantiating it. Yeah, from the street sweeper on up to the presidents, which, by the way, Obama's on my list to prosecute with substantive evidence. You know, Chief Justice John G. Roberts is on my list to prosecute with substantive evidence. You know, and it's like I got a whole list. The 11th Circuit Court of Appeals for the state of Georgia, Georgia's Supreme Court, has written treason into the Code of Law, Volume 29 of the Official Code of Georgia, annotated 2004 edition, publication, public record. Yeah. Title 40, Automobiles and Traffic, Chapter 14, Electronic Speed Detecting Devices, subsection 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, Judicial Decisions, page 973. Judicial Decisions, page 3, bottom third of the page, right-hand column, Judicial Decisions, and the judge states, overrule of subsection 7 of the Official Code of Georgia, annotated, which happens to be the Code of Federal Regulations, you know, which is it's an appointed code. All right, it's appointed by Congress of the United States. It's handed down to the state of Georgia, and the state of Georgia says, yeah, we ratify that. And then the judge overrules the official code. That judge needs to be barbecued. And every one of those appellate court judges on that bench, all right, of the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, every one of them, no, they're guilty. They're accessory. Knowledgeable inclusion to the crime, knowledge required by law that they have, which is the first year of college, civil rights, and the impeachment factors there. You know, so I mean, it's like, okay, so the Congress for the state of Georgia didn't co-sign that judge's action of overruling and writing a case law into text of code, writing a case law as the law for the state of Georgia. I mean, if you got any ingress at all about the law, you know that what I'm telling you, you check it out for yourself. All right. I can't seem to get anybody to act right. I need one attorney to finish filling out this paperwork where I am officially titled Private Attorney General, United States Congress mandated upon the United States Supreme Court, who mandates that I be titled and entitled to 2 private attorneys at Congress's expense and 1 acceptable professional prosecutor acceptable to the federal system. All right. So John Hubbard, who's the state of Utah Attorney General, would do for a prosecuting attorney outside the state of Georgia to come into Georgia to the U.S. District Court of Richard W. Story, who is an attorney, U.S. District Court, Northern District of Georgia attorney, who is both civil and criminal attorney. All right. So he would be the judge on the case. There would be several JAG judges also placed on the case with him, since this is a military tribunal trial, inasmuch as all of Georgia and the Supreme Court are an accessory to this conspiracy. So we're gonna bring it to court one way or another, sooner or later. And how lenient I am is going to be based on how long this damn shit takes. Now, I have gotten understanding from Chris Carr, the Attorney General for the state of Georgia, giving me permission to proceed with Richard W. Story, premised on the fact that if he doesn't proceed with me, I'm going to prosecute him. Yeah. And since Carr has given me permission and cooperation, I have grace and understanding for him. Yeah. And if Richard Story does his job with grace and understanding, I will have grace and understanding for him. By rule of law, I am the only person in this case beyond the president and the councils. I'm the only person who can offer forgiveness to any of the governors, to any of to anybody, period, in relation to this case. Chris Carr's got his forgiveness for his cooperation. If something happens and he turns around and tries to not cooperate, well, then I guess we'll have to go at it another way. That shit's got to come out of the book. You don't leave treason in the Texas Code. I'm sorry. We cannot go there. It is not an acceptable or tolerable state of affairs. All right. My title was Private Attorney General, premised on treason. There's more acts of treason going on, so it'll be an ongoing title. Now, I'll tell you why I say that. 1908, 1909, the Congress, House, and Senate were recalibrating, reiterating, re-identifying the crimes into the codes and the procedures and all. And there was a joint decision by both the House and the Senate, 1908, 1909, recodification, that the single most common criminal performance is intent to commit treason. You see, any crime you commit is an act of treason against the law. Yeah, so I mean, unless you're impulsively performing it, you're doing a premeditated act of treason. Yeah, you thought about it a minute and then you did it. All right. So that makes these hate crimes, which treason is a hate crime, that makes these hate crimes of impulse, having been premeditated at some time or another in some way, shape, or form, an act of treason. You're going to shoot somebody, shoot them in the leg, fleshy section of the external torso, and that won't make it murder. You know? You go to shooting somebody in the body, you can count it up as murder. There's been too many murders going on. Now, I support the police department. That's why I'm going this route. My preference as to a hunting rifle is a 45-70 lever action scope. Something that travels 3,200 feet a second, at over half a mile a second, man. High velocity. Hate to even think like that. But let's get back to the point. This treason stuff that's going on, this treason in the streets, vandalizing people's properties. My title of Private Attorney General goes beyond just the initial case of the treason in Texas Code of Law and all the different civil suits related to it that I'm going to have to deal with. Yeah. The people I'm either going to put in prison, pull their license, yeah, or send them to the execution chamber if necessary. Hell, I don't know how I'm going to handle it, but I'm going to do it because it's the right thing to do. And that's the deal. Stop doing all this wrong. This Black Lives Matter shit, you cut that shit short. You know what I'm saying? You want to go do some good for Black Lives Matter, go over to Africa, where the people are, that are having so much pain and problem. We got $119 trillion worth of national debt, and 19 trillion of it is unaccounted for. All right. Now I'm gonna sue the hell out of the government. I need to. I got to build a mountain that's a electromagnetic generator, driver, a forge to create permanent magnets. Not just little short things. I'm talking 30-foot magnets that can be drummed out to power hospitals and cities. And this infrastructure of ours is gone. I got repairs for it. And I can't talk to you in a short sentence and tell you what it is, because I don't want some foreign country getting my knowledge. My knowledge and understanding of electromagnetics. It goes beyond the guy I sponsored, who was the main power generator of a major submarine before he started being a drunk. He got kicked out. So I had a lot of conversation with him, and I've had my own experiences dealing with mechanics and things of that nature. Creating flying aircraft, flying cars, hovercraft, flying boats, flying, using the magnetic waves to create and generate electrical photon power, not just atomic electrons and protons, photons. Long story there. The point is, somewhere in that mountain up there in north of Atlanta is where that permanent magnet factory is going to be built. And that's going to provide power source for automobiles, trucks, trains, tractors, everything and anything, depending upon the size that you make your generator. creating an electromagnetic drive shaft generator with a single speed, variable torque, regenerative cyclings, impulse powering, boom, 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 and yet all at the same time. How to cut up a ship that's made out of steel plate that's been on this YouTube thing as a thing that needs to be done. That in my mind is easy. Once I build the permanent electromagnetics, talking to you people isn't easy. Yeah, it's easier for me to deal with mathematical, mechanical gyrations than it is to talk to you people who can't even get me a damn attorney to do his job. I got Parks White, a commander, an assistant prosecuting attorney for the Northern District of Georgia, who thinks I'm crazier than hell, but he won't do his job. And I've given him the information and where to get the information, and he won't do his job. Now, I need for somebody to get in touch with Buying BJ Pack, Buying BJ Pack, U.S. attorney for the state of Georgia, and get him to order Park White to do his job of being my attorney. Yeah, get this thing signed so we can get this money flowing to pay these bills. And there are bills. Let me tell you what, I got 10 years of doing the research on this as a U.S. Marshal Service. I got 10 years of back pay as a U.S. Marshal coming. And that's just maybe enough to keep me from prosecuting. Yeah. The chief of U.S. Marshal Service here in Atlanta for skipping out under me under the directions from John Horn. Now, BJ Pack, the way I figure it, you've been sent here to help me do this from all them letters I've written up to Congress. Hell, you may have even received one at some time. I don't remember. I've written so damn many. I got 8 boxes of letters I've written, and they're killing me in roaches. Yeah. And it's like somebody needs to do this and do this now. Get this shit straight. And I need to get these electromagnetic generator drive shafts up so that we can have electricity all over America by people driving it, parking it when they get home, leaving it run and charge the batteries that's their house. Yeah. I got a pattern for building batteries into a foundation of a house. I got so much knowledge, so many inventions, and I can't find anybody that I can halfway trust not to steal it from me. This belongs to the American people. As soon as I get these patents and get these things up and started running, I'm turning them over to people to build on their own on property that I help them finance. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, I'm going to put it out there and I'm going to make it happen. But I ain't going to live forever now. So I'm going to be turning it over to a banking system of mentor, metaphysical, union university, Terra House. I take these schools and turn them into educational facilities and self-help facilities. Cut a road, cut a tunnel directly underneath the Appalachian Trail, all right, at a level of 1,800 feet above water, 1,800 feet above water level, 300 yards to each side going vertically, directly underneath the United States Appalachian Trail roadway. So here we've got this 600-yard wide, what's that, 2/3 of a mile? 600 free, 1,800, third of a mile, something like that. And run a river in this roadway system. Above it, put a monorail track, sliding decks that give crossovers, herbal gardens, plants, vegetables, on racks, fed by the water from the bottom of this river where the fish poop feeds the plants. So the plants are fed and watered and they're grown. They're exported out to a cannery that turns them into soups. High density. Turns them into juices. Feed the people with. So while they got their full-time job of winding and building various components and electrical drive shaft generators and electrical generators of various types, helicopters, and too much on my mind to try to express in too short a time, because you people don't have the attention to focus for any length of time. I need an attorney. I got the plan to help save America. I got the plan to help some people help themselves. I got the plan for places where homeless children can go into a group orphanage type thing, and places where battered and beaten people can have communities to interact in with places. You know, and it's like all this is going to come from the state of Georgia revenues. Because the way I figure it, for the past 40-something years, looking at a scale of actuarial, numerical scale of cost, there's been $4 billion robbed from various people passing through the state of Georgia in the last 40 years. $4 billion. Now, where's that going? What governors found a way to steal into that? Yeah, because it's always at the top. You think about it. And when you're thinking about it, you just think that the Solicitor General for the United States government, he has co-signed this shit for the past 40 years. And he's co-signing this stuff going on now. And I have contacted him. There's letters at the United States Supreme Court, records. There's records upon records upon records. U.S. Marshal Service got records. Office of Professional Responsibility has records. And then those records, I indicate other people and indicate this, that, and the other. So how much grace am I going to have? The amount of grace I'm going to have is going to be dependent upon how long it takes me to get this shit done. Now you want to keep jerking me around and stalling? I have everybody in it. You're an accessory by knowledgeable inclusion. 1985 Civil Rights Law. 1986 Civil Rights Law withholding your empowered authority. If you're an American citizen, you have empowered authority by running your mouth. Now, running your mouth is what you need to do to those so-called government people. Because I'm going to call for it. I'm calling for it now. Now, JAG is waiting on the corner, Judge Advocate General. They're waiting for this trial to come so they can sit on the bench and judge it. All right? By the evidence. And I got the evidence. Yeah, you got all these different people talk a lot of talk, but they don't seem to walk a lot of walk. Yeah, and I know I'm up on the front line right now that there's somebody who's wanting to get the ticket on me. Well, let's see. I was offered $3.5 million certified cashier's check to get in a ride and take a ride to the boat and go down to the Puerto Rico and the Bahamas, take a permanent vacation, not to return to Georgia or the continental United States. And I said, no, I'm not for sale. I'm an American, and I'm here for Americans. And Obama just damn sure enough, that damn sixth group, one Biden snitched out, got their heads cut off. Obama sat back and let it happen. Biden snitched it out. Yeah. I'd take them both out myself if I could get to them. I wouldn't be doing my job. My job is to walk this thing out through the proper process and procedure of the law. Yeah. I don't want to run for president or vice president. Yeah. I'll take the role of executioner, though. I'll take the role of prosecuting Trey Gowdy, who withheld my documents to the Judiciary Commission of the United States Congress, who's kept me from becoming a private attorney general in that action at that time. Now, I don't know who's stopping me now or why, but Attorney General William Barr, please set to order the directive to proper performance of the law to DJ Pack, that he should order Parks White, assistant prosecutor, Northern District of Georgia, to perform his required called upon duty. I don't want to do it, because if you put that role in there, you will get prosecuted for treason. And I will take you to the uttermost far thing. So, Renee, Judge Advocate General, top lady, Secretary of Defense, is it, or State, whatever. That's your jag man that's going to get burnt if I don't get supported. That's going to come back on the U.S. Marine Corps. And I don't want that to come back on the U.S. Marine Corps. I was recruited verbally by 4-star General James Norman Mattis, Mad Dog as some people refer to, Secretary of Defense at the time. I was recruited by this directive order: protect, defend, and preserve the integrity of the Constitution of the United States. Therein is your directive to you, Attorney General Barr, President Donald Trump, to every member of the House and Senate. I prosecute treason or withholding the proper performance of constitutional responsibility. You are hereby ordered by threat that I will back up as I can, as I know I'm on the front line right now. So you all think about it. You do your job. And you troublemakers out there, put that shit aside. Quit making trouble. Or I'll take it as an act of treason, subversive action, and you'll go into the book. And there's my 30 minutes. So I guess that's about all y'all can tolerate for now. Publish this. Send a copy to YouTube, Facebook. Hell, everybody and anybody. Send a copy to everyone.